I'm 23 years old. I owned a storefront at 20 years old. I mean, how many people can say that, honestly? I signed a lease to a storefront at 20 years old. I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars. I have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, like, at 23. So, you know, I'm not just talking out the side of my neck, y'all. What is up, YouTube family? I'm Jasx Aigner. Welcome back to my channel. So as y'all can see by the title, today's video is going to be about how I got started with my hair company. So a lot of y'all was asking about this in the comments, so I wanted to pretty much tell you guys a little about my story and how it all got started, and also how I made $50,000 in one night. Crazy. I know, crazy, y'all. Crazy how life works, because when I get to that part, you just have to have faith. That's all I'm gonna say. So I first started my hair company when I was 19. So this was 4 years ago. I'm 23 now. That's crazy to even hear out loud. I'm 23 now. Wow. I feel old as hell. But so yeah, this all started when I was 19, y'all, and it's been a lot has happened in 4 years, okay? A lot of mistakes was made, a lot of lessons was learned, a lot of money was invested, a lot of money was lost, okay? I have restarted, reset, readjusted, rebranded several times within 4 years, so we're taking it all the way back from the beginning to the beginning, okay? All right. So first I gotta give you guys like a little back history. So I first started so I never wanted a hair company. Let me just say that I never wanted a hair company. That was never the plan. Honestly, doing hair wasn't even the plan. I wanted to be a doctor. I don't know if I told you guys that already. I wanted to be a doctor. So I fell into hair, and then when I was 17, I was working. I was going to school. I was a senior in high school. So I'm working, going to school. And then I always did my own hair. I always did my own sew-ins, quick weaves, braids, everything on myself. So when I was 17 years old, I started doing other people's hair. Like, you know, for money and stuff. Just a little money on the side, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually, after like a year or so, a year and a half maybe, I quit my job because I was making so much money doing hair. It was just ridiculous, honestly. So I was 17, y'all. I'm 17. So I was self-employed for 4 years from the time I was... Oh my God, I gotta make sure I'm getting this right. Either 17 to 18 for 4 years to 22. Is this right? Yeah, because I just got a job. My job that I got fired from, y'all, that was the first job I had after 4 years of working for myself. Can you imagine? Anyway. So when I was doing hair for about 2 years, and then I started having clients ask me to would I start selling hair. You know, this was before everybody was selling hair. Like, wasn't nobody selling hair for real, especially in my city. Like, I think it was one person that was selling hair. So this was before, now it's like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of hair companies, but this was before all that wave. This was before all of that. So we talking 2015. This is 2015 when I started selling hair. So anyway, y'all, so I was like, no, you know, I'm really not interested in that. I really don't want to, you know, I didn't have an interest in it. I really don't know why. I don't know why. I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to deal with it. I was making good money. I was busy as hell already. I used to be a 24-hour stylist, y'all. So what that meant, and I traveled. So I came to my clients' houses to do their hair. Okay? And I was traveling. I was traveling and I was working 24 hours. So if you wanted your hair done at 2 a.m., you can get your hair done at 2 a.m. I'm just a workaholic, y'all. I know. It was crazy. I know. So anyway, I was like, you know, this is something I really don't want to do, da-da-da-da-da. So, probably a few months go by, and I'm trying to get to it, but I'm trying to give y'all, like, the backstory too. I'm trying to remember everything. So this guy that I was super close to at the time, him and my friend, it was me, him, and my friend, all talking. I don't know what we were talking about, but she was like, you know, we should start a hair company. And I'm like, I really don't want to start a hair company. Like, all my clients always asking me that to sell hair. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. So then he was like, why you don't want to do it? And then I honestly didn't know. I honestly didn't know why I didn't want to do it. So, you know, they was just like, you know, you selling hair, you doing hair. It only makes sense. It's a one-stop shop. And I'm just, you know, they steady saying little stuff. And I'm like, you know, thought about it. But, you know, it really didn't go nowhere from there. It was just like, you know, those conversations that you have. So a few days go by and I'm still thinking about it, y'all. I'm still thinking about it. So I started, you know, doing a little research or whatever. So I was like, you know, maybe it wouldn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't hurt to try. But so I found a vendor. I thought of a name and all this stuff. So it was going to be me and my friend to start the business together. I'm like, you know, I found somebody where we can get our hair from. And I was researching for a while. So came up with the name Fab Factory, and that took so long, y'all. It is very hard to come up with a name because I'm just super picky and like super anal. Even back then when I was like 19, I was still just as like a perfectionist, and I wanted the name to be perfect, and I wanted it to be different. I wanted it to be memorable, you know what I'm saying? So that was extremely hard. What's so crazy, y'all, let me show y'all something. Wait. Okay. So y'all know I'm moving to Houston, right? So I'm packing up all my stuff, and I come across literally this is the list that I had of names when I was trying to come up with my hair company name. I had so many crazy names, y'all. Kryptonite, Bedazzled, Diamond Galore, Flawlessly Fab. Like, I was just trying to write down ideas, and then I was writing down what I wanted the brand to, you know, represent. And I wrote down like beautiful, gorgeous, special, flawless. Bro, it took so long. Look at all this, y'all. It took so long for me, and then I finally came up with Fab Factory, and I was like, that's perfect. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool for me to when I found this when I was packing. So anyway, y'all, so came up with a name, and then found a vendor, right? So I'm like, bro, like, this is expensive. I'm like, okay, so we needed 50 bundles, or we wanted to buy 50 bundles, and it was like $3,500. And I didn't have $3,500. And well, it was two of us, so we were going to split it down the middle, and it was $1,750 each. Now, this was around income tax time, y'all, and I'm working for myself, so your girl ain't getting no income tax check, okay? Ain't getting no income tax check. Ain't no income tax check coming through. So, my friend, she was getting her income tax check, so her plan was to spend the check, you know, on the bundles or whatever. That was her half. So I'm telling him, I'm like, I don't have it, you know what I'm saying? I don't have it. So he was just like, you know, well, I believe in you, and I really think that y'all can make this work, da-da-da. So he pretty much gave me my $1,750. So, yeah, crazy. So, me and her put our money together, and then we bought the hair, and y'all, it was crazy, yo. It was crazy. This was before everybody was selling hair. Just thinking back to how much money we made, it's ridiculous. So, got the hair, y'all. Hair fire. I mean, hair is gorgeous hair. I don't even use this vendor anymore, but the hair was amazing. Like, the hair was really amazing. So I'm a stylist, so I'm coloring the hair. I'm doing all these other, you know, other things to it, and I'm doing hair. So we're booming. I mean, we just wanted to like sell hair just to get, you know, make some extra money. Like, it was never to grow into something more. Like, it was just an idea that we just bought some hair, sold some, you know what I'm saying? We didn't think, nobody was thinking business. Nobody was thinking company. Nobody was thinking it. We didn't even have a website. We didn't have none of that stuff. We had Instagram, and that's it. We didn't have a website. So you have to text us or call us to come pick up some hair. So we was only selling locally, right? This is only selling locally. I mean, we making so much money because I was a stylist in my city. I'm like one of the most popular stylists, one of the most well-known stylists. So people, it was to the point where if you were wearing my hair, like people wanted to get it just because it was my hair. You know what I'm saying? So me and her was doing it, and oh my God, I was making so much money. We was making a lot of money, y'all. I mean, the hair was just selling, booming. It was booming. It was booming. But we're 19. Me and her were the same age. We're three days apart. Our birthdays were 3 days apart. So we're not business minded. Like, we don't know nothing about running a business. We don't know nothing. I mean, nothing. So there was no reinvesting. There was no, you know, we need to put this money back into the business, or we need to, I think we did. We got business cards, and we had Instagram. That was it. We wasn't thinking website. We wasn't thinking none of that. We were just thinking about extra money in our pocket. That's it. So I don't even think that we planned on buying more hair after that. I think we literally wanted to buy the hair to make a whole bunch of money, and that was gonna be it. That was that was how far we were thinking. So eventually, she didn't have a car at the time. I had a car. She didn't have a car at the time. So eventually, we kind of like, I felt like I was doing everything. I was, you know, meeting people to go drop off the hair. I came up with the name. I found the vendor. I was running the Instagram. I mean, she would handle like text. So if somebody texted, they would text her phone, and she would pretty much tell me. But it was like a lot for me because I felt like, damn, like I'm doing everything, and I'm literally giving you half of everything. You know what I'm saying? So after a few months, we kind of like went our separate ways. Even though I feel like I didn't have to. I gave her money back from the initial investment, which was $1,750. Even though she made that 10 times, 20, 30 times over, you know, I still gave her money back just because I felt like I was pretty much gonna do it on my own. And yeah, so that's kind of how like it went from it was two of us to just me. I feel like after that, I really didn't, I still wasn't, like I said, I still wasn't thinking like business. It was always extra money in my pocket. Like, it was always extra money in my pocket. The year before, my mom had moved to Phoenix, Arizona. So later that year, I decided that I was going to move too. Like, I was ready for a new beginning, you know, better opportunities, all this stuff, right? I'm just ready to get out of St. Louis. When I was going to move, I'm like, bro, like, what's going to happen to the hair? Like, I don't have a website. I don't know nobody in Phoenix. I only know people in St. Louis, like, you know. So then I got a website created, and I started putting up videos on Facebook. I'm a stylist, so I know how to do hair. So this was when frontals was like just getting introduced to the regular person, the regular consumer. Mind you, celebrities been wearing frontals and wigs and all this kind of stuff forever. But that's when, like, you know, regular people got a hold of frontals, and, you know, wasn't that many people even doing frontals. Like, there wasn't a lot of stylists that even knew how to do it. So y'all know it's plenty of tutorials on YouTube now, but this was when there was no tutorials. Like, nobody knew how to do it. It was like a top secret. Nobody wanted to tell you what products they were using. Nobody wanted to show you how to do it because it wasn't nobody doing it. So if you were a stylist, this is when they were charging $500-$600 for frontal installs, because if you were a stylist that was doing it, it's like the, you know, supply and demand. The demand was super high, but the supply was low because wasn't no stylists doing frontals. So now we get into how I made $50,000 in one night, y'all. We about to get into that, okay? So I was getting ready to move to Phoenix, so I had a website made by a graphic designer. And once I actually moved to Phoenix, I was in Phoenix for like a year, and business took a hit. Like, it took a major hit because, like I said, I never saw it as a business. I didn't market it to anyone outside of St. Louis. And if y'all know, people in your city, especially like, a city like this, they don't like to order hair online. They just want to get it on hand. So you know, you take your only customers that you've had, and you tell them now you have to order. Like, you can't just come get it on one. You have to order it. Business took a hit, okay? Business took a hit. Like, business pretty much stopped, honestly. So I had a website, but I had no clients in Phoenix, and I had no customers on my website because I never marketed my business to anyone outside of St. Louis. So that was just, oh my God, it was just a very hard time. Let's just say that it was a very hard time. So like, I'll say 9 months into, now I know I'm probably going to get these time frames all jacked up, but it really doesn't matter. So a few months after I was living in Phoenix, like I said, I was uploading videos on Facebook. This was, it was Facebook. So I'm uploading videos on Facebook, and I had a video. I was showing, like I said, y'all, nobody was showing you how to install frontals, how to install wigs, do none of that. Nobody was showing it at all. So I had a video go viral of me showing, and I think I had just cut my hair off, so I'm hella bald head. So I was showing, you know, how to put the bald cap on. This is 3 years ago. How to put the bald cap on, how to put the frontal. It was a frontal wig. It was a frontal and some bundles that I made into a wig. So I was showing it, and y'all, the title of the video was "Watch Me Go from 2 inches to 30." The video hit, I think, like 4 million views. So, okay, let me back up some, y'all, because this is really extremely crazy. Extremely crazy. And this is just, God works in mysterious ways. So, when I was in Phoenix, now I don't know if you guys ever been to Phoenix, Arizona, but if you have to go to this area called Paradise Valley in Scottsdale, Arizona. Those are like my favorite parts of town because there's nothing but shmoney. Just shmoney everywhere, okay? And I just like to, you know, I like to be around things that motivate me, that's going to make me go harder. So I want to see the Bentleys, the Lamborghinis, the Rolls Royces, the McLaren. Like, I need to see that because that's going to make me, you know, get on my shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my favorite part of town. So I had got, I don't even know how this even came about. But I got invited to a mansion party. Also, there's a lot of mansions. There's a lot of money in Phoenix. It's a retirement city. It's doctors, baseball players, football players, basketball players. You know, it's a lot of money. I mean, it's billionaires. It's billionaires there. So the houses, the market, the real estate is ridiculous. The houses are ridiculous. Okay, so I got invited to a mansion party to model at the mansion party. I'm not a model, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. But I was modeling at the mansion party. So I went because it was a great networking opportunity. I was trying to, get my name out there. I was trying to meet people, do things like that. So I went, and at the end, it was super lit. It was, oh my God, it was amazing. I had so much fun. Ooh, it was lit. So at the end of the shoot, I'm outside by the pool. I'm sitting by the pool, and this guy, he was like, he looked like I was peeping him all night. He was observing everything. He was like an older man. He was observing everything. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my God, it's crazy. So we sitting there talking. He was like, so, tell me a little about yourself. You said you just moved here. So just nothing like that, y'all. No sugar daddy status or nothing like that, no. So we just talking, and I'm like, I have this crazy idea of a 3-store. I can't tell y'all my idea. Y'all may take my idea. But it was a business idea. And he was like, wow, that's a really great idea. That's something I would invest in. Mind you, the idea was a 3-story idea that was so far-fetched in my life that I know wasn't going to happen anytime soon, okay? So he was like, that's a great idea. That's something I would invest in. You should put that together, and that's actually something I would invest in. I could see me investing in you. And I'm like, what? He like, yeah, this is my house. Y'all, he the owner of the house. This big ass, 15-bedroom mansion. They got the pool that look like you in the jungle. You got the slides. You got the waterfall. This is his house. That's why he been, sitting back observing everybody, making sure we don't mess up his shit. You know what I'm saying? He was the owner of the house, and long story short, he ended up planning this idea of this crazy business idea that I had in my mind, to actually, you know, bring it to fruition, to manifest it. So I started planning it, and my dad is an architect, designer. So I had him, you know, drop some numbers and figure out how much it was going to be. The project was going to be a good $200,000, $300,000 project. So it ended up not happening, to say the least, at all. I don't think I would have been ready for that. Like I said, I had no business knowledge. I didn't know half of the things then that I know now. So it was, you know, it didn't happen, okay? It didn't happen. But anyway, so the man that I met that day, he ended up becoming my mentor. He still mentors me to this day. He has taught me so much business-wise. It's ridiculous, you guys. So anyway, okay, so that brought, after, you know, talking with him about the idea that I had, that made me want to, it gave me the idea of opening up a store for my hair company. So then I didn't know if I wanted to open it in Phoenix or if I wanted to open it back at home in St. Louis, you know, where everything started. These are the people, you know, who got me where I am, da 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 da. So long story short, y'all, I ended up moving back home to St. Louis. And that's the reason why I moved back home after leaving to go to Phoenix, because the website really wasn't working out. This was after my video went viral. Okay, so I moved back home to open up the store, but before I moved home, I didn't have the capital that I needed to open up the store. So my mom told me about some investor guy that she knew in Chicago. So I moved back home. Y'all, it was just crazy. Crazy life, crazy. So I moved back home, and then I drove to Chicago. Mind you, Chicago is like 3 hours away. Mom, you know, talked this man up, like really talked him up, told him about my idea of opening up the store, you know, the profit that it could make, da da da. Ooh, child. And long story short, y'all, I went all the way to Chicago. This is how serious and how, you know, dedicated I was and passionate about my business at this time. So I go all the way to Chicago. The man, long story short, I don't even want to talk about this, y'all, for real. Because he shitted on me. He shitted on me so bad. He told me it was not going to work. You know, you booming online. You need to stick with the online. My videos was going viral. So he was like, you know, this is what you need to be focused on. You do not need to open up a store. Do not open up a store. Focus on your online. Like, focus on these videos that you're doing. He was IT for Amazon, and he had a whole bunch of other stuff going on. But I was so hurt, y'all. This is why you have to take the emotion out of business. You cannot mix the two. You cannot mix the two, y'all, because looking back now, if I would have actually listened to what he was saying instead of, you know, only seeing him shit on me and shit on my business idea, my business plan, he was right. But we're going to get into that later. So, you know, I didn't have nowhere to stay because I went off on his motherfucking ass, and I was supposed to stay at his house because my mom's friend, da da da. And I'm like, fuck you, like, got me fucked up because he was talking. At the same time, though, he was being really fucking rude. Like, he was being really rude. You know, I mean, he just was, like, going at it. This a dumbass idea. Like, you know, just saying some unnecessary shit. And I'm like, all right, now, you got me fucked up. Like, come on now. Just, come on. So, I'm like, I'm not saying that y'all, like, you can't stay in nobody's house after y'all get into it because we was going at it, okay? So it's Saturday night. I have to find a hotel in Chicago, which was extremely hard to do. I'm crying. I'm so hurt. I done drove all this way for nothing, you know. So anyway, y'all. So I'm literally, this is how God works, y'all. I'm literally in my hotel room crying my eyes out. Finally found a hotel room after like going to 3, 4, 5 different hotels. They booked. Everybody booked. My video that was going viral at the time made me $50,000. I'm sleep. Made me $50,000, giving me the capital that I needed to open up my store. Mind you, all of that money is not profit. You know, all of that money, you don't take home all that money. You still you got expenses, you got a whole bunch of stuff. But you guys, I'm just telling you my story because it was not easy. Everything that I pretty much, how I started isn't how I ended. It isn't. I've learned so much. I've learned so much. Y'all don't even understand half of what I've been through with my business. I've made lots of money. I've lost even more money. Like, I've made money. I've lost money. I've opened up a store. I will show you guys some pictures and videos of my store. Literally from nothing to something. Like, I mean, it was so hard. The road was so hard. It was very misleading. It was very emotional. I didn't even, you know, it wasn't even taken serious at first. Now look at where I am. Look at how much I've learned to be able to sit here in front of y'all and help y'all. And, you know, I mean, it's just crazy. So that's why I always tell people, like, you could literally have you know, you could want to start a hair company, but it's not peaches and cream at all. It's not. You will have weeks where you don't make a dime. Are you still going to be able to keep your business afloat? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and then, I mean, even after, like, the initial investment that my friend gave me, I've made that money 10 times over. I've lost that money 10 times over. So, it was, you know, he gave me the start that I needed, but that's not what got me here. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, your girl, I mean, it's even hard to even think about where I came from and where I am now. It's a little emotional for me even to this day because I've been through a lot of shit, for real. You guys, I've been viral several times. Like, it's crazy. I feel like I have it down to a science on how to go viral. So I just launched another ebook for you guys, how to start a hair business with little to no money. I covered so much information in this ebook, y'all. It took me 2 weeks to write this ebook because I wanted to put so much information in this ebook. I even tell you guys some of my secrets on how to go viral. The reason you want to go viral is because you're putting your product in front of thousands, if not millions of people that turn into potential customers, which puts money in your pocket. Okay, it's not rocket science. It's very simple. So I give you guys tips on how to go viral. I talk about the business side of things because the legal side of things was very hard for me to wrap my mind around. I'm also going to drop another ebook about even more in-depth on the legal side as far as taxes, as far as your LLCs and things like that. I literally tell you about how to turn your likes. I hate when people say that likes, you can have 100,000 followers on Instagram, that don't mean nothing. Yes, that do mean something because if you're I only use social media to make me money. Like, it's people literally turning their dreams into reality on social media, and it's people out here who choose to use that for negative shit. You know what I'm saying? To post negative, dreading, depressing shit all day. You using it for the wrong things, so you hate your life, but yet you have this amazing free platform that's literally making people millionaires, and you're not utilizing it. Why? So, I don't understand. So, anyway, in my ebook, I tell you guys how to turn those likes into dollars, how to create a price list for your products, how to save on shipping, how, you guys had questions about websites. I talk about all of that in the ebook. The link is in the description box. I mean, I give you guys, like, literally everything that I've learned, all of the mistakes that I made, I pack into my videos full of advice, just so you guys will not have to make the same mistakes I've made. Like, I've made so many mistakes. My store closing was one of the hardest things I ever had to go through because of lack of preparation. All of the money that I put into my store, I lost because I was not prepared. You guys, I think I'm going to do a separate video on exactly why my store failed. So if you guys are interested or thinking about opening up a brick and mortar store for your hair business or your clothing boutique or whatever you want to do, watch my video because it's so much that I learned even from that experience that has changed my life, has molded me into a different person. I think I look at things differently. Man, it's just so many lessons, y'all. I'm 23 years old. I'm 23 years old. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars. I have opened up a store. I owned a storefront at 20 years old. I mean, how many people can say that, honestly? I signed a lease to a storefront at 20 years old. I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars. I have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, like, at 23. So, you know, I'm not just talking out the side of my neck, y'all. I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. My name is known. I'm very known in my city, you know. So, I'm just here to help y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't even, like I said in my last video with my wholesale program, after 4 years, I decided I will not be selling retail anymore. Closing down my business as Fab Factory was one of the hardest decisions I had to make, but I feel as though it is a great decision for me as a businesswoman and for me as a person, because it became too much trying to manage everything, y'all. I ran 5 different Instagrams, 3 different Facebook pages, trying to do YouTube, trying to make wigs and do hair as well. So it's a lot. It was a lot, and I just wanted to make the smartest, most efficient, best move for myself and for my future. So I feel like, you know, hopefully this video kind of inspired y'all or helped y'all, or I don't really know. Just kind of tell you a little bit about my story, how I got started. If you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. You know I'll get to you. And thank you guys so much for watching and listening. If you watched it all the way to the end, thank you so very much. Thank you. But yeah, that's it for this video, you guys. I'm Jasx Aigner. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is very much appreciated. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope y'all know that, because I always say it. So yeah, make sure you guys like this video, share this video, and hit that subscribe button. Y'all should be subscribed by now. You don't love me yet? What am I doing wrong? You know, you should be subscribed by now, sis. What's up? What's up? But yeah, make sure you guys check out my ebooks. Hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And for y'all who be giving my videos a thumbs down, why y'all? Why? I just want to know why. Hey, I be trying to help y'all. Somebody still out there hating. This just goes to show you can't please everybody. And that's cool with me. I don't really care. But thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.